What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Dudes vs. Everything on another lovely Thursday. As always, we are your hosts, Jesus Perez and
Rudy Robles.
Yeah, and we got two guests on here. One that's been here with us a few times already.
Mm-hmm. What, this
Little,
is like his fifth episode with us? Or fourth episode?
Like
Third?
Third, fourth, yeah. And then we got our
mystery
Is this
guest.
the first time?
this is his first time on our episode.
There you go.
Yeah.
Breaking his podcast.
Yeah, and if you're if you're looking at the video version of this, you can't really see him. Not that it's a dark room, it's just that he's hiding behind.
Black stroke curtain.
Damn, bro, it's not even like 2 minutes into the.
Hasn't even been
I'm just
3
testing the
minutes.
waters, you know. How's everyone doing though?
I'm doing good. Fucking, it was an alright day.
Yeah,
Didn't
all
really
right.
do shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly. What about you?
Well, I'm doing fucking great, man. Yeah, living my best life. Excited, brand new week, the weekend, so something to be thankful for. The weekend, so that's dope.
You, Lucas?
Same as always, dude. Just waiting for my day.
That sounds very suicidal, like, bro. Like, you want to clarify on that?
Interpret it as you may.
Not, I mean, shit. I mean, you got that hotline?
Yeah, bro, 1-800-273-8255.
I think you guys are more suicidal
No,
than
in
anybody.
translation,
So.
it's getting out the army. That's,
Yeah, we're all in. Actually, we're all in transition. As a matter of fact, I mean, some of us in a better position than others. Are you picking it up? Are you picking him up correctly on the mic? Feel like he's a little distant.
He's a little distant, yeah, because I mean, obviously he's far away from the mic.
Want to turn him a little bit?
If I do this,
Nah, just spread it.
well, I mean, that's literally as best
Yeah.
as
Is
we
that
can
better?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also turn up his gain a little bit, or your gain a little bit.
I mean,
Just a little bit, I said. All right, that's enough, bitch. All right. But hope everyone's been having
this
a...
dude wants his gain up all the way, but
No,
then if I ever
it's because I have a special microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, and so it's one direction, just like the isn't that an art? Isn't that that's a
Sounds like a superiority
That's a-
complex.
that's
right
a
there.
band though, right? One Direction?
it is, yeah. I'm a big fan, actually.
No way.
I swear to God, I am, bro. I swear to God.
Name one of their songs.
They got What Makes You Beautiful, Kiss You.
Well, he said one.
Yeah.
Fuck, what show were they in?
They weren't in a show. They were just a band.
They were in the show. That's Big
No,
Time
they're for
Rush.
sure. They were.
You're talking about
that was Big Time
I'm a
Rush.
big fan of Big Time Rush, too.
Name one of their songs.
Elevated. Elevated. Probably the best song is Elevated, in my opinion.
Do you know any of the lyrics like by heart?
Yeah, well, I know the main chorus.
Would you sing it right now?
I could, yeah. What, Elevated or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know the chorus, the hook, which is, you know, elevated little, elevated little higher, and it's just, that's like I know the song, but like if the song is playing, I could probably sing it to you. But
Oh, okay. Like if it was playing, just
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know why brains work like that.
If
Like
it's playing.
I have a song memorized. I know it by heart,
Mm-hmm.
but I can only like sing it to you if it's playing.
Oh, it triggers like a memory within your fucking mind, and then you just go off from there.
Kind of like the Star Spangled Banner
yeah,
or the Pledge Allegiance.
or the Cab song, you know.
Or I don't that bitch plays every day and I don't even know what the words are. I refuse to let it
That's
soak
catchy.
in my brain. You know. But what are you guys drinking?
Want me to start?
I'm looking at you.
All right, fine, fuck. So today I am drinking Knobs Creek Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's pretty good in my opinion. Honestly, it's a go-to for me whenever I pick up whiskeys if I don't know what to pick.
No, it's now a go-to.
Oh,
Before it was Crown.
Before it was, I mean, that was a while ago, dude. Now it's Knobs.
It's a good
Yeah.
for what you get, for what you buy, for what you pay for.
Yeah.
50%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 50%. What about what are you drinking, Lucas?
I'm not drinking, but if I am, some beer probably.
Ah,
You know. That's it.
What'd you bring in your bag?
BEER.
Oh, beer. No, yeah, that's why. Like, what are you gonna be drinking?
Beer.
Oh, like what kind?
It's just a beer.
Oh, it's the generic. Like
Yeah,
you go to the
it's
store
beer.
and it says beer.
Yeah.
What about you?
You never
Ron?
heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Best imported drink, which is Corona, man.
I don't know about that one.
Corona Extra.
Family first, bro.
Yeah, Corona Premiers is the best one.
Modelo
I'm not a
first.
fan,
Modelo.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it doesn't sound like Corona is the official beer sponsor for UFC, but you know.
Yeah, but whenever you are on a cruise or on a beach, the first thing you think about is Corona.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you
Is
do.
No, I don't.
That- you know who sponsors them? All of the palm trees.
The palm trees.
Palm trees sponsored by Corona. But today's episode is more of a softer one,
Mhm.
not so much as like humanly flesh soft, but topic wise soft. We're all soft right now. I don't know about Lucas looking at me a little funny right now. He might be.
I don't know, look at that big smile on your face and looking like you got something to smile about.
Yeah, but it's a more soft topic. We don't have a hard, no hard letters, no hard topics, no nothing to like really go off on today. It's just like how you feeling. Like honestly, like this week, I wrote some shit down like how I've been feeling, and it's been more of a roller coaster of like. I don't know if you feel the same. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
get it.
it's like, oh, I'm having a great day. We just had a 4-day weekend. We came back to work on Wednesday. Today's Thursday. And now we have tomorrow off, a 3-day weekend. Like, I had a great weekend, but then, at the same time, it's like all over the place.
I feel that.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's been kind of like just a one-way, no fucking loops roller coaster. It's just.
What do you
been-
mean?
It's just been fucking straight the whole time, bro.
That's not a roller coaster. That's
Exactly.
just a coaster.
Yeah, bro.
In a good way or in a good
Yeah,
way?
like, what do you mean?
I mean,
like,
not in
what
a
do you
good
mean?
way, but not
like
in a
you're
bad way.
stagnant?
So,
Like,
content. In a good
Yeah,
way.
like I'm all right where I'm at.
yeah, like the
Like-
other day, you came up, like, he came up to me and he was just like, half naked and everything, glass in his, like, with liquor in his hand. He's just like, this is the life.
Yeah, bro, it's the fucking life.
He's, I mean,
I mean, for me, the life, whenever I say it's the life, when I think of me being at my most happy, is me just owning some land, being on a fucking rocker chair with a fucking dog to the left of me.
I thought you, I don't know why I said, I don't know why I thought you said rocket chair. Like,
No, rocker chair.
no, rocket chair.
Fucking with a dog next to me, a fucking glass of whiskey in my hand, and a fucking cigar on my right. That's happiness for me right there.
Okay.
That's where I want to be.
That's your content. That's your, what, if you could describe your happy place, how would you describe it?
That.
That?
Mhm.
How would you describe your happy place?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, dude. Why? Like talking about like 20 years down the line? Or
No,
like,
just like it doesn't even have to be a real place at this very moment, but like a happy place in your mind, like, oh, this would make me happy. Like,
oh, it's
just
the beach. For
the
sure.
beach.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would agree.
the beach.
I feel like I'm one with the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Have a bad day back home, just drive to the beach, just sit
Yeah,
there.
like you can't have a bad day at the beach, man.
You can't.
You can't.
I mean, you can if there's a tsunami, you know.
I mean, the chances of there being a tsunami in Southern California is very slim.
but never zero.
I mean, that's true. What about you? What would you say your happy place is?
Let me see. I don't know. Just chilling. Doesn't matter. Like,
Okay.
happy place, just a day off, you know.
No, and like anywhere.
Anywhere. Like, if you, as long as you could, like, have the freedom to go somewhere, you know, like, freedom of a choice. It's
Okay.
a happy day.
And just
So,
give this man
like,
a bang.
freedom,
some
you can do
Doritos,
nothing.
and a phone charger. This man's happy anywhere.
As long as he has his phone and a portable phone charger. Is that what
You got
said?
Wi-Fi, bruh. That's
Some bang and Doritos, and he's happy, man.
You like Doritos? Oh yeah, you for sure love Cool Ranch.
Yeah, bro, I see that shit all day, every day.
Yeah, you
Like,
got you got the
one minute
white-
I see you, next minute like you just come out with fucking Doritos Cool Ranch in your hand. I'm like, what the?
Like,
Where'd
how
you
the
get
fuck-
these fucking Doritos from?
And then like just 10 minutes later, it's like he's just walking by, doesn't realize it, but he's got like an outlier around his lips. Like, let me taste it a little bit. Like, and it's like, oh, it's Cool Ranch on your lips.
I'm about to call Sharp on that.
Bruh, you sus as fuck, yeah. Always. What's your happy place?
You already said it. Oh yeah.
It would be like the beach, and if it wasn't the beach,
You can't
I
steal
was-
somebody. You gotta
I
pay
didn't,
for
you
one.
can't steal the beach. Yeah, he doesn't own
Nah,
the
that's,
beach.
that's Horace's beach. Don't mess with his beaches.
There you go. Appreciate it.
No, like I would say like that or laying on a hammock next to a pool. Like you're not in the pool, but like you're under what do you call those, like overhangs, I guess. But I guess fucking and
A patio?
the thing that then sometimes they spray mist, that and like just hanging over under that on a hammock, just rocking, and then the glistening of the pool absorbing like the temperature around me, I guess. I don't know the thermodynamics of a pool, but I imagine that's how it works in my head. So, and then just like staring up at the sky, I say all that because that is the exact same scenario I was in when I like took the highest dose of like LSD, like for the record, before the army, like before any career choices were made. It was like, we're gonna take a trip to Havasu Lake, Arizona, and all of our friends were like, we're gonna have a great weekend, and like I like literally took like, I think it was like 500 micrograms. It was like
Jesus.
which sounds like a lot because the number is 500, but
It's like what, 2 tabs?
it's two double tabs, so it's like
Yeah.
so
I sold that shit to white kids, so
You don't-
I know my math. It's alright.
for legal reasons.
For
that was a
legal
joke.
reasons, that was a joke, but
I mean, because white kids are being like, oh, let me get a gram of fucking OG marijuana. I'll pay you 50 bucks.
50 bucks, bro. I'm charging you 50 bucks right there. Shit.
Imagine paying $50 for the fucking what the fuck? Like, in California.
I'll get you. Yeah, just make. I don't know. Anywhere. Fucking like, you got these gullible Caucasians, and you're just like, hey man,
Is this
like,
racist?
let me get one marijuana, please. And like, it's like, oh, how much? Oh, that'll be $30 for 1 gram. Oh, okay. And then you give them oregano.
That's more fucked up because they could like literally.
Max, I'm
Injure
giving you
themselves.
10 bucks
I
for a
broke the
gram.
SIBO effect, dude.
Now, yeah, that's true. People used to smoke, or probably still do, smoke spice. K2 spice.
I don't know how people can fucking smoke that shit, bro.
No, it's not like pepper.
Oh, I know what spice is.
Oh, like,
Stupid.
Not like regular kitchen.
Not salt, actually. If you want to salt and ginger.
Fucking no, like I think I was in like 9th grade, fucking, or 10th grade.
That would be the grade to fucking try spice.
Yeah, and like, dude, have you ever had spice?
I've not, no.
Have you ever had spice? Have you ever had spice? Like, it compared to the high that weed would give you back in the, because back in the day, well, almost 10 years ago, not 10 years, but almost 10 years ago, weed was not as strong as it is now. Nowhere near it. And it's just getting stronger. But spice was like 100 times stronger. You take a hit of that and you're fucking hallucinating. And it wasn't even like illegal. You could just go to a fucking smoke shop, not even like a weed shop. Just go to a smoke shop, be like, hey, let me go. Because it was
Not for human consumption.
Yeah, because
bro.
it's not for human consumption, and it was also
I remember that
a
shit.
quote unquote incense.
Yeah.
It'd be like smoking lavender in it. And speaking of essential oils, I can't find the company anymore, but there was a company that like branded themselves as like, calming effect, like you get your own little body high or whatever, and they sold essential oils that would give you this like euphoric feeling, and God, like, fuck, that shit was like meth. Well, not like meth, because I wouldn't know. I've never done meth, but like it was like really
For
strong.
legal reasons, I've never done meth.
You
in
really
my
outing
life.
yourself.
For realistic reasons, I've never done meth or heroin. Two things I've never done. Oh, and by the way, because this is your first time on the show, like there's like no holds barred. Like there's anything like, well, obviously nothing racist or fucking like.
Perez gets racist
Except
at like
like
50
the
minutes.
first, you know,
That was-
minutes.
That was the first 2 words.
like,
Give him like 2 more drinks, he gets really racist.
like this is for all entertainment and comedic purposes only. But
Nah,
like,
bro, we about to get canceled. We haven't
but
even
like,
started.
but like, if there's like a truthful question, like fucking like, well, I don't hold any information back. Like I don't. All my shit's out there by now. So, shit, somewhere out there on the interwebs.
There's nudes of me on the fucking internet somewhere.
Jesus
Probably.
Christ.
Yeah, someone probably screen recorded my OnlyFans when it was open for a month. I'm just saying, like, I had it open for like a month, and no one bought it, so I deleted it.
So what kind of soft topics you have for today?
I was waiting for your violent one, and I was going to bring up my one. But,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We can go with that.
Back to your original thing, because I think we cut you off.
Well, yeah, because you didn't want to fucking talk about it.
I didn't say that.
But I'm gonna keep it as soft as I basically can.
you
I
always
mean, I
do.
read it. Hey, bro, I'm not the one that gets sad. Juarez gets me sad, and then we both start crying.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little worried about Juarez, but we'll get to that when we get to
Oh,
that.
man.
No, bro, like Juarez, like mid podcast, I'll be like, "Hey, man, but like, what if you just kill yourself?" And I'm like, "Damn, bro, like, chill." And then we just go into dark shit.
And then
Anyway,
it turns into like a life lesson, like a good homie moment.
yeah, it's a homie moment, bro. But nah. So what I was gonna talk about is violence and whether or not it was an addictive state in which humans can't get away from. It's something that it's
So
like,
you're doing it. You're doing this again.
what's up?
Your
I'm
voice.
trying to fucking get in my groove, bro.
I know,
Chill,
your voice.
Chill.
You're like,
chill.
violence 300 years ago.
Cause family.
You gotta tell the story. That's
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just proving a point in like our last episode. He was so serious. He was like
Yeah,
serenading.
bro, you gotta get
He
serious.
was serenading in my voice. But no, go ahead. Sorry.
So basically, violence, right? Whether or not it's embedded into our minds as kind of like a primitive design.
Mm-hmm.
And I started reading a bunch of different articles today and yesterday about it. And there has been a lot of like psychological studies on people and whether or not this act of aggression is out of aggression or fear. And it's actually pretty interesting how throughout the ages, like human beings, I mean, it is a primitive design where we are just in a way attracted to violence. We want to see it. We want to see violence. We want to see shit happen. Like whenever you pass by a car accident, you can't like help
That shit
yourself.
is annoying.
You can't help yourself though
I
by
can help
just
myself,
staring.
But fucking regular average Joe has got to hold up 100,000 cars behind him, and then that's the reason because everybody wants to look, and then you're holding up traffic.
Because it's a primitive design of the human being, of human nature to want to see violence and want to see fucking destruction and
I don't think that's human nature.
You don't think violence is inside human nature?
It's not inherent to everybody's nature to be violent.
Okay.
So that's actually where I was going towards. So
Because earlier in the car, I was
Yeah.
telling you, if you were to completely, let's say, our world as we know it now, there was no war, and every single human, every single country was completely at peace. There was no sign of violence, no robberies, no gang, no nothing. It's just completely, entirely in peace. And I was relating that because he asked me, it's like, can you cure war? Can you cure violence? You can't cure it. You can only manage it because at any moment, someone can have a thought.
Because violence is just retrogression. So like when certain things don't work, you retrogress back further and further, and eventually ends up in violence. So when you're a kid, like kids don't know when they use their full strength. So like when you get slapped by a baby, it hurts. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like that's
'Cause
the
that's
first
their
thing
full
they learn.
force.
Yeah. So like it's retrogressing. So like when they want something, they just hit, and then they learn, oh, you can't hit.
Because people don't like
it just
that.
goes up, and then they move on to other things like And then, oh, they can't hit. They'll just give you attitude. Like, oh, you can't do that. You got to be proper. And then, it just moves up and up and up.
So what do you think? It's natural to
It's not natural. It's the retrogression. Like, it's
retroaggression?
retrogression.
Retrogression.
No, retrogression.
No, yeah, I'm saying retro, like retro and then gression.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're saying it weird. Why are you saying it like that?
I'm trying to make sure I'm not saying it wrong. Like
Speaking Spanish right now.
retroaggression. No, yeah, I've never heard that word. That's why I was.
So it's basically you're moving back to what worked before, put in the most simplest terms. So like, let's say, like usually people grow out their experimental phase of all the drugs and stuff and alcohol they do. But like once you start following hard times and stuff, some people don't tough through it. Sometimes they just retrogress back to like what worked before.
So like
It's still in your
relapsing.
nature, though. It's
Yeah.
still in your nature. Then
It's
if that's
not
what you
human
want with.
nature. It's what works. It's more of like
But
let's say like if it never worked, it wouldn't be part of your nature. That's what I'm saying. So like let's say violence never worked. Like let's imagine a world like where
like it was completely
like
peaceful.
it was completely useless for violence. Like if guns don't work, like if you shoot at people, it just bounces off, or like missiles and all this shit didn't work.
Oh,
But
okay, so
people-
like literally didn't work.
Yeah, like literally, like
Okay.
violence didn't work. You would not see violence as a human nature thing because it doesn't work. But since it does work, then people attribute it to human nature, but it's not just because it works.
But over time, wouldn't you say it's now human nature?
It's not. It's just something that
Because it
works
becomes
sometimes.
well, I feel like it becomes part of that person's nature, or that person's circle.
It has to be inherent. When you say human nature, it has to be like they're born with it, basically. That's my definition of human nature. You're just born.
you're inherently this.
Yeah.
So like
and
nature
if-
versus nurture, how you're made versus how you
Yeah,
are.
that's my interpretation of when you say
Okay.
human nature.
Yeah,
So
that
like, what's your interpretation when you say human nature?
Like I feel like human nature it has like evolved like to where
So you're saying more nurture.
like it's like I feel like it's a collection of things, not like I agree with the being inherently like yes it's not like it's what is it called, not philosophically the way your body works, it starts with a P, the word, it starts with a P, the way your body works, the way things work
Processes?
Physiologically?
physiologically, the process is like it's always changing. So I feel like human nature,
So you think it's like a physical thing or a metaphysical?
both. Like I feel like it's something you can see but also can't feel or like touch. Like,
I mean, I feel like when it comes down to like us actually choosing whether or not to act on violence, it's because of our own morality and our own choices and what we have been taught. However, going back to the baby will slap you at 100 times force, does that not show actual evidence that it is within technically our human nature to act on violence when we don't get what we want?
yes and no, and I say no because what if the baby doesn't know it's being violent?
The baby doesn't know. It's being
Because
violent.
as a baby, your form of communication and language is crying, because you don't know what the fuck to do because you're like pay attention to me, and then like I'm gonna move my hand, see if it gets a reaction.
Well, okay, so think of it like this, and this is probably a really bad analogy.
Like babies are monkey brain.
Well, okay, so think about this. It's probably a bad analogy to compare us, but take two dogs. You put one dog in a domestic setting, and you put one dog in a wild setting.
Okay.
That one dog is going to do anything and everything, including kill and do anything to try and survive. It's an act of survival. Violence is a part of survival, so therefore,
Defense.
defense and survival.
I agree with that.
Kind of like if we were in a zombie apocalypse, I would kill you for your food.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like the
You get
act
killed
of.
That's what.
I mean,
I'm trying to survive.
It's facts, bro. Like, think about it. Like,
But it's not inherent. So like it's dependent on the environment, is what you're saying. So.
Adapt.
I mean, it
it's an
definitely
adaptive.
is.
So if you had a good environment where everything's provided, you would think violence would not exist at all.
Yeah.
You would,
And
you
like with
would
the-
definitely think that.
And then within the dog comparison metaphor, you're like with one that's domesticated and one that's in the quote unquote wild, there's still within the dog's nature, there's like, you know, fucking, I want to say prehistoric shit, but no, fucking primitive actions, primitive like things a dog will inherently do just because it's a dog.
And plus, that dog is omnivore. Well, it was just like a deer or something. Deer's like, like going to be like kicking people for no reason.
Yeah.
It could be in defense, you know.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah, like a horse will like kick its hind legs if you touch its back and it doesn't know you, and you'll fucking probably break your fucking body. And like a dog, if it doesn't know you and it fears you, will be like either bark at you, run away, or bite you.
yeah, that's what goes down to the act of violence. In the article that I was reading, the act of violence is only acted upon when a subject is pretty much encountered with either fear or aggression. Those are the two main things that drive violence. And aggression can mean a lot of different things. There's good aggression and there's also bad aggression.
So you said fear and what?
Aggression,
So fear and aggression.
yes. So
I was gonna try to like challenge that by saying
So
what about a
what the-
murderer?
what's the aggression caused by then?
So the aggression can be caused by a lot of things. It can be caused by stress. It can be caused by
Mental illness.
It can be caused by mental illness. It can be caused by everyday activities. It can be caused just by doing regular things. You know, there's good stress and there is bad stress.
Like someone reaching a breaking point, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Could also be, yeah.
Whereas there is also good fear and there's bad fear. And we as humans have to react. I mean, we have the fight, flight, or freeze responses. And for some of us, the only way to actually overcome said fear and or aggression is to actually act upon violence. And so therefore, I feel that violence is, in a way, embedded into what we are and who we are. And even though we can technically be taught not to do it and be brought up not to do it, it is still forever going to be inside of us no matter what.
The
And-
possibility of like I can
yeah,
do this, like how we were saying, like if I have a gun, I can totally shoot you
Yeah.
right now. I can do that whenever I want, but I will never actually do it because I
Yeah.
love you.
but when it also
But I
comes down
can't.
to like the act of survival, like it comes down to the bare fucking essentials. Like it's going to be the survival of the fittest. If there was never an apocalypse,
Yeah.
humankind will forget whatever it was. You could be a
Yeah.
fucking like very calm person, but if you were trying to survive, you will forget your calm ways and try and to like continue to live. If your main goal was to try and survive, you cannot survive without the act of being able to act upon your fear or your aggression.
I get where you're going. How do you feel about all this?
Why would you try to survive in an apocalypse anyway?
Huh?
That's the first
I mean, that's
thing.
true. I
It's the
would not
shittiest
try.
world to live
Like-
in.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, why would you try to survive in an apocalypse?
Why wouldn't you?
Why?
anyway?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't
It's
you?
a fucking apocalypse. It's the
So?
shittiest
Well,
version of the world.
Yeah, it is. So okay, so I have a question just for that. Right after, I want to hear what.
All right, go ahead.
I was
say
gonna
it.
go straight into it. This
Oh, you want? No, I want. I just.
He just wants to hear beef, bro.
No, 'cause I agree with him. 'Cause I agree with him
Go ahead.
100%.
Okay, it's just that like, yeah. Okay, first of all, okay, so I want to know what you think an apocalypse is.
I'm talking
Well,
about
there's
a
different
complete
types.
apocalypse, like a mass extinction event, like a volcano erupts. Like
Okay,
I think it was like
and you wouldn't want to live.
no, I'm talking about like where a volcano erupted
Mhm.
and like literally covered the whole earth in
Yeah.
black smoke and like
And now there's an
all
ice
the
age.
crops died and all this other shit.
That would be
Like
a
that
type
was
of
the shittiest
apocalypse.
time to live. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So whenever there's a mass decline in humans, is pretty much an apocalypse, or like the end.
no, I'm talking about like apocalypse, like
Like just
end of
straight up, like,
everything.
massive-
Everybody is going to die eventually.
Okay. Okay, so not even an ice age.
No,
like,
not even
like you
like-
are
not even like-
you are definitively gonna
You're
die.
definitely going to die eventually.
Everything.
But you could be the last one standing if
Everything
you want to.
completely.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, if you want to speak in like, because that's like completely unrealistic. But if you want to speak in that
That's
terms-
what a fucking apocalypse.
No, I mean,
So why?
Yeah,
why
that's what it is.
So why in culture are there all these like in a post-apocalyptic setting like there's all
Yeah.
these like survivors and like
Because it's not a real apocalypse. A real apocalypse, everybody would be fucking dead. That's in my opinion. But yeah.
so you don't think there is a post-apocalyptic
No,
possibility?
there's a post-disaster world, like where like a mass disaster happened, and that's shitty too. But at the same time, I'm talking about like
You think
everybody's guaranteed
Yeah.
to fucking die
See, I think
eventually. Would you try to survive? Would you try to be the last one?
I would try to survive as long as I could.
yeah, I mean yeah, I think I would too. And like even if it was
Like, why not spend the rest of your time like just doing like what you want?
What
Like,
time?
No, exactly,
You're
exactly.
yeah, you're out of time.
Not that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Spend
You-
the rest of the little time you have doing what you want.
Or you
instead
can
of,
just try to
trying
survive and extend
instead of like trying to hunt people and shit.
I mean,
and do
you-
all this other extra shit. Like,
I mean
fuck it.
technically you're gonna die anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you might as well enjoy your little short time.
But you don't
Instead of, let's say, like, let's put in finite terms. Let's say you got a month's worth supply of food and all this other shit.
Mhm.
But you know for a fact that in 3 months, everything's just going to die. The last human's going to die in 3 months. Would you enjoy your 1 month of time that you have? Or would you go out and risk it for that 3 months?
For 3 months?
Yep. for
I
3
feel like it's
months.
hard to answer that because no one would ever know the end.
That's why I put in finite terms. So
I-
you could just answer, would that be worth it?
100%.
I have
If
a
you
I
knew.
don't think that would be worth it. I just think you just enjoy your 1 month and like have it. Let everybody have their rest of their life in peace. You know.
I have a counter argument to that. So, when you say that, like people can't survive within a post-apocalyptic world, there's been many tribes.
No, but he.
No, I'm saying
No, there would not. There in
There
his
would
in his
not.
in
There
his
would
argument.
not.
In his argument, there's
There
no such
would-
thing as a
Okay,
post-apocalyptic
so yeah,
setting.
so I understand, but I feel like going back to human nature, it is within our human nature to try and survive.
I'm not saying they wouldn't try.
Yeah,
I'm saying
they would. They would
I'm
give it
saying,
their damn
like,
best.
it's an apocalyptic world. Everybody's going to die within a finite amount of time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like nobody
Like,
would try.
yeah, like, there's
I'm
a
just
huge
saying
time-
I personally would enjoy my 1 month a time and wouldn't bother anybody else.
Yeah.
And then just die.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, theoretically, like if there was a gigantic fucking timer in the sky and you definitively knew you were gonna die.
See, that's a different story, though. That's like
No, that's what I'm saying. So
That's
would you
completely
risk
different.
it for that
Yeah.
other 2 months, or would
No,
you
if it's
just
like
stay in your 1 month?
if the way he put it, like you know, like that one TV show where you're like the book where you have like your timer on the wrist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like 100%, if I knew for a fact I was going to
and
die
you can
then
you can
and there-
steal people's time.
Yeah.
No, but you could steal people's time. That's what I'm saying. Like you can extend.
Oh,
it.
for sure, 100%. Yeah, I would, if I can steal people's time, yeah, I would.
Like,
If we're talking about like that, if I could take your fucking risk future time life, I would fucking kill everybody.
Yeah.
Like
That goes
You
back to
guys are-
survivability, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's
Watch
you guys
me.
are inherently violent.
No, it's literally human nature. It's literally
You're
nature
human.
to try not to die. You
no,
know,
it's not.
every
It's not.
living organism in this fucking planet
It's not.
is designed to fucking survive,
It's
not
not
to die.
because let me tell you this.
Okay,
Like, let's say you have your daughter or whatever, and she's stuck in a dam, and you know you could save her, but you would die. Would you save her?
yes.
Yes.
So like that goes against your survival.
Like
No,
if I,
so you
okay,
said
okay,
you
okay,
barely
pause,
wanna
pause,
survive.
pause,
No,
pause.
actually, it's not.
Then you just let her die.
No,
Pause. You like if I 100%
You
knew
100% knew you were going to die.
in order for my daughter to live.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 2.
No, I can make another one.
See, exactly.
Hold on.
That's more of a survival technique.
No,
than
so
yours, 'cause you
another
said you're
survival
safer.
technique that we had
Reproduction.
since way back then is actually to reproduce and continue
But
our
I'm saying
lifeline.
like that. You see
No,
how
that goes
no,
with
no, no,
the
no.
human
Listen,
mind.
listen.
So that would be survivability.
No, listen, you.
In a
I'm
sense.
telling you
Because that is not you.
I'm telling you, it goes against your point because you risk your life, and that's ending your life prematurely. You said you'll do anything to survive, except like when it comes, there's exceptions where you would give up your life.
Yes, the exceptions come from
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
primitive
saying.
design.
That's the thing.
It would
That's-
come
that's
from a
just the
primitive
argument.
design where
survive.
to survive. And
It's
when
not-
survivability does
You-
not
you
mean just
die.
for my own life. It would continue my own bloodline.
No, I'm talking
but he's
purely
talking about
your
you.
life, because you
Your
said
life.
humans have a purely thing to sustain their own life. That's the argument you were making, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that.
I mean, you
goes
can't just like be
against the
throwing. You have a
argument.
daughter, by the way. No, you
But
can't be-
that is a good counter
No,
argument.
it is a good counter argument.
Yeah,
but
that happens in real life too. It's not like just a random thing. People risk their lives all the time, and they know they're going to die, and they still do it.
I mean, it could still be seen within, even in an
No,
animal.
that's what I'm saying. Purely for their survival, it's bad. Correct?
For their survivability.
Yes.
That's
So
all he's
That's
meant.
the
That's
whole
all.
argument.
That's
That's,
not.
the
That's
whole
what
case.
he's focused on.
Okay. So
Like, I'm
going
looking at the
on
bigger-
from that.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the personal, because you said humans inherently. That means every human, so they wouldn't risk it, because it's impacting their own survival. Correct?
So I mean, like, if you want to
But
make
they
an argument like
would,
that,
because there's a lot of exceptions. That's
sorry, no, like if you want to make an argument like that, let's say I pull a gun to your fucking head and start counting down from 10. Would you want to enjoy those last 10 seconds, or would you try to survive?
you're going back way.
No, it's
back to
literally the
one
same
before.
fucking point.
No, you're
That's
going,
literally the same
no, it's
point you're
not.
making.
You're going back to the previous argument. What I'm saying is, you wouldn't. You're saying that you won't risk your survival in any situation because it's inherent for you to survive.
Yeah, but
yeah,
then,
but
then,
you would, because there's a bunch of exceptions there.
Yeah, and then his example just now with the whole 10 seconds is a more extreme, very
Yeah.
very small version of the 3 months
Exactly.
argument. How would you enjoy 10 seconds though?
You can't. The
Start
only way that
praying
you
to
can go
whatever
for
you-
is
Yeah,
for
you can.
survivability.
And I mean, if you're able to like,
Exactly. And all
I
we
mean,
need
you
to
either
say-
die if you.
What you gonna do with the other 9
That is true,
seconds?
'cause then
You
you
either think about it. You either die trying or either you die not trying.
honestly,
Which one would you have preferred?
honestly, if
And
I was
plus-
the one holding the gun and someone said, "All right, I have these last 10 seconds," and they started to fucking go at it, I would be like, "All right, I'm gonna let you finish." But that's just me speaking personally. You know, I do think people do love the drama of violence
Oh, for
and watching it just because of action movies, horror movies, all these movies and shows and
boxing matches.
yeah, exactly. Boxing matches, fucking UFC.
Sports.
There's still we don't have the gladiator ring, but literally the UFC is just a
It's what it
glorified
is.
modern version of gladiators. You know. So, why? Why?
Because we are. We want to see it. We want to watch it.
Is it
We
because
want to-
is it because we want to experience it ourselves, but don't want to put ourselves in danger,
To
and we
some
rather
extent.
have that
Bless you.
scene like. And so would we want to experience it, but we can't because we don't want to risk the literal realistic effects of it, getting hurt, getting fucking a brain bleed or something. So we rather see it, bless you, third hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
what
how it
else?
works.
I mean, besides you having like a fucking mental illness and wanting a huge, like you just being a fucking psychopath, like a literal psychopath, and like craving violence, and like your therapy is going to violent events. Instead of killing someone, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do some self-care and go watch some fucking fighting. Right? Can you imagine?
I mean, okay, so another thing is the recent popularity of raid rooms. If you don't know what a raid room is, it's,
Oh, I know what it is.
yeah.
Do you guys know what a rage room is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
just
the
a bunch of junk.
yeah
Don't
that
smash
people
it.
could just beat the shit out of. But I mean, look at that. Statistically, why is that doing well? Because we as humans want to let out our aggression. We want to let out our anger.
There's a lot of things that are doing well that there's no fucking reason should be doing well.
Like what?
Like weird shit. Like I don't even have to say it.
Like what?
No, just weird.
Like porn?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Oh, like a brother and sister type. And that's what I don't get. Like
That's a random thing you just went into.
That's very
I
specific.
feel like you
Like-
really wanted to talk about this.
no,
that was his soft topic.
I mean, like, dude, like, why? It is one of the biggest categories. Besides aesthetically, like, not to mention like big tits, big ass, fucking. Forget about the aesthetics. Think about more of a theme. Like the theme wise, brother and sister porn. Why is that? And a mom, son, or father, daughter. Why is that? Like, why is that so popular?
Because it's a taboo.
Yeah, why is it so, I mean, that
I mean, it used
That
to
goes
be
with the
fucking
same.
pizza and swimming pool, but hey,
having a pizza in a swimming pool?
no.
Wait,
He's
what?
a whole pizza guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Life.
yeah. Yeah, and like, and if you were to study psychology and like, you know, be a psychology major, you would definitely find that it's in our nurture to look up to our mothers and fathers as a representative of like what we look for in a future partner.
No, it's literally in the nature to be grossed out by like your biological siblings. Like you're supposed to be like, there's literal. I forgot what it's called, but like you're literally. There's a literal thing in your brain and in your body that makes you unattracted to your siblings.
It's like, hey man,
Yeah, like,
stop.
I've never heard of that.
Blood,
You can look it up,
blood
but, like-
siblings.
Yeah, blood siblings.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Because this whole step thing is a whole different
So
subject.
they have to add step,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, because then if it wasn't like, oh, I fucked my real life daughter. Yeah. And then you got to be like, oh, we're actually actors. No one's actually fucking anyone that's real.
They just put that shit in the title. Honestly, they don't even have to say anything.
It gets
Like,
attention. It gets
Yeah.
attention. Like, oh, he fucking really did. Like,
I don't think it does.
Hmm?
It's like you said, he's just like disgusted, but just thinking about it, you're like disgusted by it.
yeah, like if I like the whole 2 girls 1 cup thing. It's
Uh.
disgusting. Like, but I kind of want to watch. Like, it sounds disgusting. I've seen it. You know that thing was a trailer?
I heard that was a trailer. Like, I don't,
There's a whole
trailer-
movie. I've never seen it,
Are
but
you
there's a whole
serious?
movie.
That was a trailer.
That was a trailer.
So the reason why, and I do actually remember reading on this,
Excuse me.
is that it's because it's a taboo. It's shit that we are kind of disgusted by, but also really want to watch. Going back to the whole car accident thing.
Car accident.
Yeah, it's like when you're driving by, you see a car accident.
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
you just want to see it.
Mm.
You don't know why, but you just
Because
want to.
socially it doesn't happen a lot, or it's not
Yeah.
allowed, so you want to. Kind of
Yeah.
like being told not to do something, so you want to do it just because you haven't experienced
Yeah,
it.
because we as humans are curious. We are curious. We want to know. We want to see certain things.
Again,
we
I
want
don't
to
think
experience
it's
certain things.
all humans.
Yeah.
You keep on saying we.
Everyone
I'm
except
not part of
Lucas.
this.
What do you mean by you
Yeah, I know,
people?
right? No, seriously, because like I think some humans are attracted to taboos. Because if all humans are attracted to taboos, it'll just become normal.
Yeah, then therefore it wouldn't be a
they're
taboo.
for a reason.
Okay.
That's
What's something that you guys once thought was taboo personally that to yourself no longer is taboo?
I mean, you also have to consider.
No, I'm asking you personally.
No, I'm gonna say it.
What?
Fucking. You also have to remember, fucking women with skirts higher than their fucking ankles used to be a fucking taboo, and you
I'm
used
not
to.
asking about that. I'm asking
Yeah,
you
okay.
a specific
But
question.
we're going a little bit back. Hold on.
No, answer this question.
No, hang on. Hang on.
I know, right? Showing your ankle, fucking. I'm just kidding.
like that goes back to like this whole thing. Like it became normal, and I mean it took a long time, but it became normal.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not normal in some places. Still.
In some places.
In some places, a lot of things are still very frowned upon, where in other places it's super widely accepted. But I'm asking you guys specifically, what's one thing that you guys once thought was taboo, but to you now it's like, oh, that's normal for you.
Can't really say.
I'll say, like, I used to think like ass play and like eating ass and fucking like anything to do with like butt stuff was like, oh, that's fucking taboo. Like, oh, like
It is
that's
taboo.
that's not normal. But to me now it's like, oh fuck, dude, I'm an ass man. I'll fucking, I won't eat everyone's ass, but like it's just like it's my thing now. It's totally normal for me. It's not a taboo for me. That's what I'm asking. Like, what was taboo for you?
I think you're the only one, bro.
You don't have anything that you once thought was taboo.
That's a highlight. I think you're the only one.
You're trying to justify something.
I mean, I'm not justifying it. I mean, I accept it. You had something?
Not that I can like something that pops in my
No?
head, like just like that.
Okay. You never been ashamed of something that you do now? That's a different question. Not that it's a taboo, but have you ever been ashamed of
Okay,
something?
so like going all the way back to kindergarten,
Mhm.
Like you'd be like talking to girls, ew, that's gross. And then
Okay.
now
Yeah,
you just
see,
want to
yeah.
be like, that's.
Okay, yeah.
You could've made
Do you
it
think
more
that's
normal.
human nature or nurture?
That's puberty, dude. So that's
Or
like
nature? Mm.
No, that's that's somewhat inherent because
Nature
depends
and
on
cultural
you.
development.
I think that's more cultural development.
Yeah, I should.
I think it's
Give me a
puberty
PhD.
because like you don't like you treat them as anything else, and then puberty hits, and you're like, oh, now I wanna. You know,
Yeah.
Smash.
yeah, exactly.
Ew, gross. Ew,
All right. So another question, because someone asked me as I was leaving work, they asked me to do this open question, but they more so spoke of it as like a challenge. But I don't see how like this is a challenge. But who do you think would have lost their virginity first, Abraham Lincoln or George Washington?
Abraham Lincoln. That dude fucks. That's it. End of question. Period.
Abraham Lincoln.
You think he lost his virginity first?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Plus,
Why?
they were like dirty as fuck back then. So
I
like,
mean-
I think like George
I think they'll be
Washington.
cleaner.
George Washington.
Yeah, I mean, because it was just like it.
Dude, don't you know how they
It's gonna
smell?
sound like
I mean, George Washington was the very first Grand Master of the Freemasons as a young man before he ever became a president.
2 words, bro. Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah, but by then he was already married and fucking president and everything.
I bet he smashed like in his teens.
Oh, he smashed like he
Yeah,
smashed all the
it was different times too. So you know,
yeah.
you know.
I feel like virginity back then was just like
Don't catch
Fuck.
this. No, I feel like because there's STDs and shit, so like I feel like he would be way more careful.
Abraham.
No, George Washington. He would be way more careful than
Fuck no.
Abraham.
If you think
Because by then they advanced a
If you
little
think
bit.
people
Well, no,
worried about
no.
STDs
George
and
Washington
the
was the very
fucking-
first president.
people don't give
Yeah,
a
that's
fuck.
what I'm saying.
No, they were fucking with lambskin condoms, bro.
No.
No, not even by then.
No, I'm saying like the
First Washington?
the technology to treat STDs probably was better in Abraham Lincoln's time.
Yeah, but
Oh,
these
yeah.
people were worried about fucking
Yes,
STDs.
they
in
were,
the fucking
dude.
1800s.
I mean,
Yes,
I
they
mean,
were. The
the-
syphilis
it-
literally, like, don't you see?
it
don't
killed
you know
so
the
many
late
people.
Stages of syphilis?
Damn, bitch, does
Your
I
face
have
literally melts
HPV?
Do you have this syphilis? You know, wooden teeth was not a thing. George Washington did not have wooden teeth. That whole thing was a myth.
I've never
It was
heard that
actually
word, what
teeth, like other random fucking teeth that they put together.
Yeah, and
I never heard that.
you never heard the myth?
No, I've
It
never
was
heard
like
that.
all over cartoons, especially like the Fairly Odd Parents.
I didn't have
They
cable,
picked
so
it. Oh no. Yeah, like
never heard of that.
really.
So what's your soft topics, bro?
Alright, oh, okay, so. Let's say you could teleport anywhere. Would you be the same person after you teleported?
No.
What do you mean?
Like, do you think you would be
Oh, like
We've talked about
anywhere
this.
in place.
anywhere?
Oh,
You talking about like mentally or like
No, your whole body forms up the same
like a
exact
deformation,
way
a
in a
deformation.
different.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
so like me
place.
teleporting now to the PX.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
Yeah,
come
I mean,
out
it's
like
the same
missing an
person.
arm. Yeah, I feel
No,
like
I would not.
Would you feel like you would be the same person? And why?
I mean,
So,
if I,
why
I mean, y'all
He's
are
talking
saying
about
yeah.
physically,
So
like physically, not
Like, do you think? And did you die when you teleported?
no. I mean, if I could teleport, I therefore have the ability to teleport.
But do you
If you're
think,
talking
do you
about,
really
like-
think you're the same person though? Because you really deconstructed
What are you talking
yourself and you
Like
teleported
splitting my
to a
atoms.
different way.
But that's
Formed up the same exact way, but you feel like you would be the same exact person.
So going into string theory,
I think
I feel like
to
you would.
to the
Yeah, we can talk about
to the
string
majority
theory.
of the extent to that, I think yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I do, yeah.
Do you think you'd be the same person?
Because you said no.
no,
Why not?
I would not be the same person.
I don't think
Because-
why?
I don't think you'd be the same person either.
Why?
Okay,
Okay.
so let me
Is it okay,
let me explain it with something that's less difficult than teleportation.
a car?
Not just like your body naturally replacing itself. Like you get basically you get a whole new body after a certain amount of years.
7
Like,
years.
Yeah, so like you're literally not the same person day
Yes.
to
So
day.
every 7 years, every skin cell and every cell in your body has been replaced with a new cell.
Yeah.
So I mean, does that mean
So,
every
like,
7 years are you a
like,
new
Are you
person?
the same person 7 years ago? No, you're not.
No, physically
You're
and mentally,
complete-
and I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, You literally wouldn't be the same person if you could teleport.
I mean, it's like the same like teleportation of information, bro. It doesn't change.
It
Yeah.
does. You did change.
No, like information. Like say like you said,
Like I send you an email.
yeah,
That email
like,
is the
it's
same.
like it's still teleporting, but it's the same thing.
It's not
It
teleporting.
is teleporting.
It wouldn't be the same technically because that message is still on your device. You just sent pretty much ones and zeros through fucking like.
Yeah, it's. I sent you a text. The text says hi.
Mhm.
That text did not change from me to you.
It did.
Okay,
change.
it did
How?
change though because that message that you sent is not the same message that they
You're
are
not
reading.
receiving it the same either. Like,
Yeah.
so like a hi to you could be like, oh hi, but like if you send it to the wrong person, you say hi, they'd be like, hi, what the fuck do you mean hi?
See, that's like a whole
you see-
different.
That's
completely
that's-
different.
See, it's different though,
That-
right?
okay,
The
then
hi is
in that
different.
way, then it's all about perspective. Then perspective is your reality. Whether you believe
Not
you are the same
necessarily.
person.
I know it is.
To you,
Because-
to me,
because-
if I, if
so,
I,
so
I
perspective
ident-
is your reality.
yeah,
Then once you sleep, you're dead, because you can't perceive.
but you do perceive. Your
No, you
brain
don't.
processes information
No, you
while you're
don't.
asleep.
No, you don't perceive.
You
when
don't
sleep.
perceive when you sleep. So
You
you're saying,
process information,
so you're saying you die every time you sleep, and then you wake up and you're just the same person.
No, I
That's,
know
that's
I'm
what
not
you're
dead.
telling me, because you're saying
No.
perception is you.
Yeah, but I know that I'm processing information.
How do
That's
you
what-
know? You can't perceive when you're
Can't
sleeping.
really perceive that, bro.
You can. Yes, you can. You
No,
can
you
test.
can't.
You can hook me up to machines and test me while I'm sleeping.
I mean, it's like sleepwalkers. You
I can
go into
record
that-
myself
Okay,
sleeping.
so to perceive, you have to, let's put it down to super
aware.
basics. What do you need to perceive?
You gotta be
Need
aware.
eyes
You
to
need
see.
any of your senses.
eyes to
senses.
see.
Any of your
Any of your
senses.
senses.
Nose to smell. So like, are you all these perceptions, or are you just one of these perceptions? Is what I'm saying.
You have these perceptions.
I know, but you're saying you need to perceive to live. So which?
No, I'm not saying you need to
perception
perceive to live. I'm saying some people, their reality is like what you perceive. Like how you
no,
said, like
no, you said your reality is what you perceive. So. That's
no,
what
I
you
didn't
said.
say that. I said
Yeah, you did.
I
You
said,
didn't even say.
I
Don't
said-
even.
I said-
no. You said your
I
reality.
said perception is
Why are you
reality.
changing your mind now?
Yeah, why you changing your mind? You can't. You gotta stick to your.
No, I said perception is reality.
Yeah.
Like just because I said the word "my" doesn't mean I'm speaking about mine. Like you
Okay,
know, like
so that's why I'm asking you. What's your reality,
what I'm living now.
and what is it? What is it based off on?
Everything being processed by my senses in my brain. Like
Okay, so when you sleep, you can't
oh,
process.
so going to well, you are processing stuff. Your brain is constantly processing. You're not
So
sensing things.
you're
but
not
you kind
aware
of are.
of that process, though.
Some processes.
But you're not. You have to be completely aware to realize that.
like when you know when you're dreaming, when you're aware that you're dreaming.
Not everybody is aware they're dreaming. There's
But
only
you can train
few-
yourself to do that.
there's-
But then,
But
at the
even
s-
then, you're still not aware of your outside surroundings.
so you're telling me my brain, the one speaking to you right now, speaking to
So,
your
so
brain,
I
my
take
brain,
away, I
all
take
we
a-
are,
I take away, I
all
take
we are
away
is
all your senses right now.
yeah.
What are you?
A
Are,
number.
I'm a
are you,
shell.
are you still alive?
I'm alive, but I'm a shell. That, like, can I talk?
No, all your senses. What do
Well,
you mean?
talking is not a sense.
All your senses, even your ability. So you have to
So all-
talking is touch.
Talking
so
is
like
not touch.
so yeah, it is. Talking is touch.
You're moving your tongue.
Talking has
You have
touch.
to. You have to feel.
You don't have to feel.
Yes,
to
you
talk.
do.
I don't have
oh
to.
my god.
I don't have to.
Have you seen a paraplegic person ever before? They have to.
I mean, sure.
Feeling is.
But like, in order to make sounds,
feeling is-
I don't have to feel anything. I could.
Yes, you do. If I paralyze your vocal cords right now, you
You're
would
taking
not
away
be
my
able-
vocal cords.
I'm taking away your feeling.
Yeah. No. You're taking. You're not taking away my feeling.
Okay, so a paraplegic person,
Yeah.
and I stab them in the leg. They can't feel it because they're paraplegic.
Right.
They can't feel anything. They're paralyzed.
Okay.
I paralyze your vocal cords. You can't speak. You're not feeling it.
They're a nugget, basically.
Okay. What's your point?
You need to feel to speak.
Okay, yeah, but I was speaking about the mouth. I wasn't.
That's what I'm
speaking
saying. You need to fill your mouth to speak.
You
If
don't
I
need to feel
completely
your mouth.
paralyze your mouth right now, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to speak.
Like if you
'cause
completely
can't
not,
feel it.
not my vocal cords.
No, completely paralyzed. Like paralyzed.
Oh, paralyzed is different than what I was
That's
getting.
what
at.
you was been talking about the whole time, bro.
No,
I don't think he was.
no,
No, that's
because
what
you
I
were
was
talking about the
about.
feeling
Oh,
of
you would
touch.
know because he
I'm
was.
talking.
No, you were talking
feeling-
about the feeling of
feeling-
touch. If I could not feel it, but
That's-
if I could still
that's-
move my tongue.
I'm telling you, that's what
Like-
feeling is.
No, feeling is not touch.
Feeling is touch.
I
Feeling
can touch.
is
No,
touch.
touching. That's like saying water is wet. Water is not wet. I can touch you, but I may not feel it. But I'm still touching you.
You can definitely 100% feel them.
You can
Not
feel
if
it.
you have
touch.
something wrong with you.
Yeah, if you're paralyzed,
now you're going
which is
into
the
something
lack
different.
of feeling.
Exactly, but that's what this has to do with.
That's what it has to do. It's literally paralyzation is lack of feeling.
No, lack of ability to. I would argue that. I would argue that. I don't think it has to do with feeling, because that
Bro.
would mean that if I give you lidocaine, you're paralyzed. You're just numb.
No, I'm talking about complete paralyzation.
That's different.
That's not different. It's complete paralyzation.
Okay.
I'm taking away your feeling completely.
All right. What's your question?
Oh my god, dude.
What are we talking
I don't even know what we're talking about.
How did we get to this?
You know what? We'll switch it to something else. Who else is soft topic?
Yeah. What
We're
are you?
talking about-
How hard are you right now?
How old?
Oh shit, Norman called me.
Oh, well, it's too late.
So how old am I?
No, I said how. Forget what I said. Are you soft right now?
Are you soft? What? Bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty soft.
When's the last time you had any?
Over
Yeah,
block
that's
league.
kind of that's a.
Over block league.
If you're okay with
Yeah,
that.
it was over block league. With my
Bro, we
friends.
just literally had a
Actually.
class Friday.
Yeah, well, that class doesn't pertain to this podcast.
I mean,
Hey, he literally said social media in the class.
I can't.
Let's just keep it non-sexual, honestly.
for this episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you agree that the word boy should be not used? I sent it over to my group chat back home to my friends, and I was like, because we can't use the we can't be like, hey boy, come here, or like, let's go boys. We can't use the word boys in a conversation referring to another person, and like I sent that back home to my group chat back. I was like, hey, like at work we had a discussion like we can't use the word, we can't call someone like we can't be like, come here boy, like let's go boys, like all right boys.
I mean,
what-
listen to how it sounds.
I mean, then again,
but then again, that's
It
your
depends on how it
perception.
says.
it's also like perception. And how
That's
people take it.
perception.
'Cause then
Perception is reality, according to you. So.
Exactly. Because I have a friend back home that he uses boy in like every
What state is
conversation.
he from?
He's white,
What state is he from?
California.
California.
Yeah, but like
And
he's like
he's like, a like to even grown men. He's like, "Hey boy, come here."
yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, like that's just weird by itself without even the other
People like being
connotation
respectful
behind
with,
it.
with like if
Being respected.
no, let me
You called
finish.
a grown-ass
Let me
man
finish. Let me
boy.
finish. To the friend group, like obviously, if he was a cashier or something, he wouldn't be like a customer, like, oh hey boy, like come on, whatever.
Okay, so why is he having an increased level of respect for a customer than his actual friends?
No, it's not. It's not an increased level of respect. There's different.
I mean, it feels like it.
There's a different. See that? Then you go like, why is boy?
See,
why-
look, it's
what's
like
wrong with boy?
it's like
Our friends, where we drop.
certain etiquette, like certain
Yeah.
boundaries.
Yeah, like
So like,
All right, lads.
like it's just it's like let's say Horace has a boundary where I can't talk about his tattoos or something like that.
yeah.
Why would and we're friends, right?
Hmm.
And I respect my friend's boundaries,
Yeah,
right?
that's good.
So why would I disrespect his boundaries, even if it's like, it's just tattoo, right? Like it's not that big of a deal. Like,
Damn,
I
bro,
should
you're
be
crossing your
able-
boundary right
Yeah,
now.
I know, right?
Yeah,
That's basically what you're saying. Like you're just.
But
like,
it's
hey,
it's a word describing a gender, boy,
It also has a history to it.
Yeah, it has
It's,
like literally like it's just
and only a
education.
certain part of the world, which is maybe like there.
And he's saying it in the exact same certain part of the world that it happened.
okay. So you feel like a word used to
I-
describe gender should not be used in like period?
No, I just feel like it's ignorant a little bit. Like it's either It's like willful ignorance too.
Like, oh,
like,
what if
like
I,
let's say I teach you something. I'm like, hey, if you eat Cheetos every day, you're gonna get fat, and then you're gonna get high blood pressure, and you're probably die early. And you're like, okay, but I like Cheetos, so I'm eating them anyway. It's just
yeah,
like
no,
that.
that is willful ignorance.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, what if like me and Robus are here, like, oh yeah, like I'm talking to him, like, oh yeah, that's my boy, like that's my guy, that's my boy, like, is that, or does it just matter like who I'm talking to?
It's all context. Like
Yeah.
again, he said you wouldn't say that to a customer. So like, when you're with
So it's context
What-
and how you use
Context,
it.
Yeah.
when you're with people, and when you're with like again, it's just etiquette, like literally basic etiquette. So like, there's a way you act in front of certain other people that you wouldn't act in front of other.
No,
people,
100%.
right?
There's certain things you would say to your friends or
It-
family that you wouldn't say to other people.
Yeah, that exactly. It's just that. So like,
Yeah, so
I would say
it's
for
a-
basic human etiquette, like if you wouldn't say that in front of somebody you respected, why are you saying that and like acting all out and shit? You know?
Okay, what about the word boss? Like people say that all the time.
I say it all the time.
Like sometimes like I'll go through the gate and be like, oh, like have a good day, boss.
Again, and like
But like that, you could take that back to like, also like slave times, like.
again, if they let you know, like, if they literally let you know, why would you not respect the boundary?
Oh no, I'm saying like if they let you know and like, oh, then you wouldn't
Yeah,
use
so,
it.
like, and
but I'm
then-
saying like as a generic word, like generically, like should we delete the word or should we just like know like where we're at and like when to use it? Because I feel like a word is a word
I feel like you should just like
until there's
Like,
context.
there's a time and place for like you'll know if it's like you'll know.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm saying like a word, like you shouldn't just get rid of a word just because
Yeah.
it's a word. It's all about context, like how you were saying, right? Like any word, any bad word, even if it's like.
So you are technically getting rid of words when you are with certain people, right?
Yeah, I guess
So you can do both.
you can do both.
You can get rid of words when you're with certain people, and you can do it when you're not with certain people.
I like that. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I just don't like the fact that like culture and like society and like
It's
like,
like understandable.
they're
though.
just like, oh, like cancel this entire thing and don't ever use it ever
Well,
again.
it's like understandable. It's like when I was back home, like before I joined the army. Now I speak a completely different language than I did fucking.
Yeah,
back home.
like I was ignorant. I mean, looking back to it, like
Yeah.
as a high school girl, like a high school girl.
Oh, shit.
Like,
Alright, let's talk about this transition. No, hold on.
like as a high school kid, I don't know, my tongue slipped there and it sounded like I said girl. But I was gonna say like the NIGGA, like I used to say that all the time, like be like, oh, like that's my guy, like that's my like. But now I can't even like. I'm like,
it's
damn,
just like you know it's wrong.
I really did be saying that shit, like.
Yeah.
And now I look back, I was like, damn, it's kind of cringe, like.
I feel like cringe should be canceled because cringe is cringy, bro.
You feel like the word cringe is cringe?
I was telling you the other day, bro.
Then how else would you describe a feeling of cringe?
Disgusting.
Awkward. some
Moist.
type shit. Moist.
Moist?
Moist.
Overripe.
Like, damn, that conversation's real fucking moist.
It's like it puts like that like disgusting, doesn't it?
That wasn't very cash money.
Or very cash money,
Yeah, okay. Fuck, what was that? What? Oh. There was another
I
word.
told you after like 2 drinks, he gets really aggressive.
I know, right?
Not even, bro.
Why can't I say that word?
So,
I'm not racist. Just for the record, I'm not racist. I just want to know.
God damn.
Cultural diversification.
Welcome to Dudes with Everything, Lucas.
Yeah. Just like how
right? It's like, I don't know. Like, if you think about that word, like, I'm not in a different way, you're like, let me put it like an extreme example. There's less extreme. I put it in sharp terms, like, oh, I'm not a sexual harasser. I just like to make off the collar comments when I see a nice ass or some shit like that, you know? Like,
You're not
basically
sexually
just doing-
harassing anyone.
Yeah.
It's very,
Exactly.
it's a very gray
Yeah.
area.
Just saying. Like,
Yeah. but I feel like in the world of comedy, it's different. Also, like a lot of like a lot of comedians, like they'll fucking say like super like hurtful shit
It's funny.
that in like a regular like conversation or setting in society, be like, oh, what the fuck you said that? But like on stage, they be saying like they'll be making fun of themselves. They'll be racist. They'll be
It's the
fucking,
way you
like,
say things. though,
yeah,
too, you know?
like
And plus, there's always sellouts in your own race anyway. So
it's the way. Like,
there's a lot of what?
like sellouts.
Oh.
Like so, fucking. Let's say, like you guys are Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I offer you, how much money would I have to offer you to sell out, like 35% of your whole race?
I don't know, like.
Oh, like
10K?
make fun of them?
Like no, like when I say sell out, I mean basically do anything I tell you against that 35%.
bro, give me
of your
6
whole
Oh,
race.
that's-
Coronas and you got to deal,
Shit,
bro.
$27,363.
I mean,
That makes sense.
that's a high price.
Exactly, but there's the price though.
True. Like,
So like, I say, basically make a caricature of your own race, and I'll give you millions of dollars. Like people do that shit all the time. Some
Oh,
people
yeah.
do it for less. Some people do that shit for free. If you see
Oh, yeah.
TikToks and shit.
and some people grow up like hating them, like where I grew up from, and when I went to high school with, like there was a lot of like Asians specifically. They're like, no, I like Asians hating Asians. And they're like, and I was just like, why do you guys hate? Like what? They're just like, no, I just fucking hate it. Like I was just like, but you. I'm like, okay, like sure, go ahead. And then they're like in other places, they're like, oh, dude, like I think you said one time, Juarez, like you hate Mexicans.
Or like
yeah, you say that shit all the time.
Yeah,
Why
so
the fuck do you say that?
it's a different. So when I
Is that why
say
you want to be border patrol?
no, so,
Damn.
Like,
so-
we got rid of
we
all
gotta
these people.
fuck, no, so I'm not saying that like, oh, I fucking hate.
I don't
Mexicans.
identify with my skin color.
You know, it's like it's a more of a. I guess it's like the cultural thing, like the way the people, you know, it's like the Mexicans that I grew up with are like to the Mexicans that I know now, and like in the military specific. So when I say I hate Mexicans, I specifically mean Mexicans in the military. So it's not like there's Mexicans in general. It's like because I feel like they just.
So like us?
Well, like, so I mean, you guys are alright, but. But, like, so like, no, like,
You're one of the good ones.
so like,
It's because you're lighter skinned, right?
That's it's like because I don't know the way like at least back home the Mexicans that I like grew up with acted and carried themselves a completely different way than the Mexicans that I met in the military.
More or less paisan.
Less,
Okay.
They're
so
more
more
like-
whitewashed.
yeah, real like well not even whitewashed either. They're more not say whitewashed, but like more entitled. That's the word I'm gonna say, like entitled.
And how are these Mexicans or Hispanics in the military that you don't like? How are they?
Poor.
How do they act? Like, do they
I want
act?
to say like entitled and like
They act entitled.
they act entitled and
Like, oh, like I'm in the military and I'm of ethnic background, so
yeah, because like I've never met like a fucking Texas from Arizona, Texas, or fucking I don't know, fucking New Jersey's to the fucking, you know, like everybody acts different because of the fucking the cultural way they
Yeah,
do it.
states
Oh.
be wild.
Oh yeah, like fucking like Robles over here when I first met him. I'm from fucking Texas, Texas this, Texas that,
Yeah.
Texas this, Texas that,
And Texas still is, motherfucker.
and like that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
kind
Like
of like yeah, like fucking so
they live, breathe, and like fucking act.
just better than everybody else. You know,
Are you saying that Texas is not the greatest country
It's
in
not.
the United States?
Not.
I love Texas, but
It's the second greatest country behind California.
Oh fuck no. Fuck no.
Way behind California.
see, like everybody hates Californians.
Everybody hates. Oh, no, I wouldn't say
No,
everybody.
everybody-
I love California, but a
Everybody
lot of the
hates on
shit.
Californians, I swear.
because they think that like Californians think they're better than everybody else. But like if you go to some Californians, like, do you think you're better than everybody? They're like, no.
Like no,
Yeah.
like where do you guys get this like idea of where do non-Californians
Honestly,
get this idea of Californians that they think they're like all fucking goody two shoes?
Honestly, I get that from Texas more than anything. Any
Yeah, I
state.
feel like
like
Texas-
every
Yeah, hell
every
yeah.
time I hear like you
Full
know,
of ego
you know
heads.
how I know somebody's from Texas? They fucking tell me.
It's like
Especially in the military.
it's like CrossFit.
Like I didn't even ask. I'll be like talking to them. I'll be like, yeah, well, Texas is the best state ever, and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I was just trying to see what kind of anime you
I
like.
know, right? Like,
It will.
like I'm not even joking. Like military in general, like every other state, I know people from Texas because they just tell me they're from fucking Texas. I'll know. What they're
It's
like.
it's a fucking pride thing, you know. Like No one's more proud of Texas than Texans are.
Yeah,
Like
it's annoying.
of Texas, like you can't beat that pride, and it's
No one's
just-
more tan
like,
than the
it-
fucking Jersey Shore.
You can see why, like of all the great things from Texas.
Yeah, and here
And
we go.
then
He's going to
there's
talk
been
about all about Texas. He's like, Texas got all this.
It's
we
cra-
know,
no, it's
we know
crazy.
what Texas is like.
It's crazy how Californians are all moving to Texas, though.
It's not all in the California.
It's crazy
not
how
all
they're all moving to
Californians.
fucking Texas.
No, it's
though.
the people that are millionaires and big YouTubers.
Yeah, it's crazy why they're moving there, though.
Because it's cheap.
Because it's cheap.
It's a cheap house.
That's a goddamn great fucking state. That's why.
So you got
Bro,
the
let
fucking
let me lower your
you got the
volume.
fucking assholes in New York. You got the tan motherfuckers in Jersey Shore.
Yeah, like-
you got the fucking the rainbow snowflakes on the West Coast.
You got the Ungaros,
you got the hardcore fucking
New Yorkers.
you got the Robleses of the United States and Texas. You got what the fuck is even in the middle of the U.S. like Ohio, Utah, like
No, that's like,
I don't.
bro. What the fuck is in New Hampshire? I need to ask, bro. Like, what? I've never met anyone in my fucking life who is from New Hampshire.
Or Rhode Island.
Bro, like, I have never. If you're from New Hampshire and hearing this shit, I'm sorry, but I have never met one of you motherfuckers. Like,
if you're from New Hampshire, hit us up. Like let
have
us
you
know.
ever in your life, being in the army, because you see a bunch of different people from
Yeah, I mean-
everywhere.
Maybe because it's
I
so
mean-
great they don't want to leave.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, or maybe it's a place where people go and don't come back. You know, like it's just like, oh fuck all these other states. I'm gonna fucking go to New Hampshire.
And you know
go
what
to
I found
fucking
out?
Rhode Island.
that in New Hampshire, it's not a law to wear your seatbelt.
That's
what makes it
cool.
fucking good.
Because there's
I mean-
nobody driving on the road. So
There's no
Yeah,
one in
because
there.
there's no one fucking there. That's why.
I mean, you fucking remember
I mean, also in
Sergeant
Texas, you
Sergeant
don't have
Hunt. Her one of her family members or family part peoples are from New Hampshire. They live in New Hampshire.
That's weird. That's like one of the 100 people.
I mean, you
living
like you
there.
bring up the seatbelt now that you play in Texas, you don't have to wear a motorcycle helmet. So what's
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
Well, in
See, here we go. See, here we go.
I don't
Look
know.
how fast they go. Like you're
Yeah.
dead anyway.
Yeah.
if you don't
Yeah,
have
I mean, I
helmet.
wouldn't say shit about motorcycle laws when y'all literally in Cali are literally just fucking zooming
It's-
through the
Yeah,
fucking
it's
line.
called lane
Oh, there-
sharing.
There you go, going about fucking Cali.
No, I'm not going about
No,
Cali.
it's
I'm
actually-
not. Cali's not the only one. It's called lane
No,
sharing.
it's actually safer to lane split. Than
Yeah,
to
lane splitting.
It's actually safer to lane split than it is to drive on the fucking on a road on a motorcycle.
So if I were to fucking merge and this motherfucker over here is fucking lane split.
or like if you gotta do it safely, but it's like driving.
And then
You
it's your fault for being woefully ignorant and not watching out for bikers.
No, it's their fault for
No.
not fucking watching me.
No, because
And that's where the fucked up part is.
No, it doesn't matter. Wherever you go, you got to be able to watch out for the people less protected.
So it's like saying Texas
Nah,
people
when
just
are we gonna
driving.
put the fault on the fucking motorcycle drivers for not fucking seeing?
I mean, there's
when
one.
I'm fucking merging with
It's
my
everybody's
fucking lights on.
responsibility to fucking.
Nah, fuck them.
Yeah, you have a rear view mirror.
Nah, fuck them.
The
There's that Texas-
willfully ignorance.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just gonna take my fucking F300,000 and go.
Bro, if you can't see a fucking F-350 merge to the right, you are definitely in the fucking wrong.
That's different,
what
though,
if
'cause
it-
they're going
what
a
if it
certain
cuts
speed.
You off though, like what if you're like halfway through with your motorcycle and just cuts you off?
If
and
you
fucking
still
kills
can't
you?
see a goddamn F-350
it is your
merge
responsibility
It's
to
your
watch out for
into
the biker.
right, if you can't see,
It doesn't matter. It's
a
your
big
responsibility to see the
12-foot
motorcycle.
fucking
Doesn't matter
truck.
how big it is. You, as the trucker, should be able to see the biker coming at you.
Maybe you shouldn't be going fucking 50 in the middle of a fucking lane. I don't know.
Why
if
not?
you-
It's legal.
Yeah,
It's legal.
yeah.
I mean, not anywhere else.
What?
Literally in other places.
Literally in the
I don't know,
shitload
bro.
of states.
I don't know.
Literally in like most states.
I don't know. I don't know if you-
because we.
no, fuck.
Reminds
like,
me of that SpongeBob.
like, bro,
episode.
like when we were in Cali and we were fucking
Oh yeah,
driving,
Yeah.
About that.
when we were in Cali and fucking driving and a fucking motorcycle just fucking like zoomed right past us, I was pissed off. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this dude's fucking problem? Like, how's he gonna fucking zoom like right past us in the middle of a fucking lane? That's stupid as fuck. And then you're over here like, oh no, that's fucking normal, you know, that's a
Yeah.
normal thing. No, dude, that's
Yeah.
fucking dangerous as shit.
Or it's like people who ride motorcycles from Cali. They go take a ride in Texas and nobody's fucking wearing a helmet. Oh shit, that's fucking crazy, bro. Why aren't they fucking wearing a helmet? You know?
I mean,
Yeah, see?
you're probably gonna get a fucking car.
Yeah, it's like an American going to fucking Europe. Oh, like, why are you guys fucking calling French fries chips?
I know, right?
Why the fuck are you driving on the opposite side of the fucking road?
Why is your steering wheel on the right side?
Why is your teeth all fucked up, bro?
Yeah. But you know, we're about on that time limit. Now we're in 114. We're up there.
Bro, shut the fuck.
Hope you were the best after this weekend. That's when you leave, right? For a month. Yeah.
I'm going to
You don't have to say it. But
overseas, bro. We
Yeah.
get to explore the
Yeah, bro,
ocean.
upside.
Yeah, opposite, bro.
Overseas.
yeah. He's going fishing.
Yeah.
Long fishing retreat.
Fishing for them people over there. But anyway,
What do you mean, then, people?
that's all I'm saying. I can't say it because, it's military orders. I'm just gonna
Yeah, bro.
the military is racist against other countries. People don't realize that China and Russia, before we end it, like Russia and China are like our enemy. And people are like, we're literally not their friend. We're only like cool with them because we do business.
They're not enemies yet. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not friends either.
they're on friendly terms. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's what I
literally.
mean. Yeah, we're not like fucking friendly Joes over here. But with that, thank everybody for listening. If you guys, as always, made it to this very point, because if you did, you have some sort of fucking magical patience. Thank you, Lucas.
Yeah,
and
you literally heard
Juarez.
4 grown-ass men yell at each other.
And not very productive at all.
I know, right?
And I never even said what I was drinking.
You
First
got
of all.
one grown-ass man literally, like, disagreeing with everything, and another grown-ass man
That's
fucking...
because we are the dudes versus everything. I
Nah,
have-
dude, you were fucking disagreeing with everything.
I
You're
mean,
like,
I gotta-
no,
'cause I-
no,
'cause I-
no,
'cause it-
no.
Texas.
See you later, Lucas. He's leaving before we do the outro.
No, what's that? Let me hear the house. We're going.
Well, we're just saying we're going through it right
We're
now.
going to a whole song and everything.
yeah,
Like a
we-
summary.
miss it.
We say we
start-
say our names backwards. We do the ABCs. Pray to the dude in the sky.
You ever seen a butt chug, dude?
Yeah, we got no, but I didn't. I'm drinking Bacardi Black. Never drank it before. Whatever the fuck. I think I've had Bacardi once in my life, and it's okay. But I never had Bacardi Black, and the only reason I got it is because it's like a giant handle's worth, and it was on sale for $16. And honestly, if I wasn't gonna get this, I had my mindset on getting their
Bacardi White.
Bacardi Lime. No, not Bacardi White. Bacardi Lime because it said you can mix it with lemonade. And I was like, oh, cool. And we're all about trying new shit, expanding our boundaries and, testing our limits. Mainly our liver, but,
I
that's
test
what-
my liver every day. Bro.
it is what it is. I mean, I'm probably going to keep drinking. Are you?
I mean, I am.
Yeah.
I literally do every day.
Yeah.
That's not good.
We have an
I'm
issue.
talking to my
Probably need
therapist.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm already talking to my therapist. It's okay.
My therapist is actually listening to this right now. No, but with that,
She's jotting.
we
shit
thank
down.
you guys for coming
Thank you for having
for
me.
this episode. And you want to plug in some things? Do you guys want to plug in some things?
Like
Yeah,
what?
so Juarez
Word of-
officially retired from our marketing team, apparently.
Yeah, him and
Like-
Fry. Apparently, they put in their resignation the other day.
Yeah, which is kind of fucked
To
up,
be
bro.
fair, I mean, we weren't getting paid shit. Hey,
Like,
They
after
were-
getting sweaters and everything.
Hey, you did? Yeah, we did. Yeah, I bought you a free
And y'all
sweater.
didn't do fucking.
bro, I was promoting. I didn't do shit.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll give you that.
Okay,
I'll give you that.
yeah.
Hey,
You still haven't taken pictures with it and posted it, though.
Yeah. We're in the contract, bro.
Where are my sweaters then?
You have it.
Do I? That's true. Yeah, fuck.
Damn, bro.
That's true. Hey, tune in for Saturday though to watch the greatest soccer player of all time win his first international trophy of Argentina.
What is it?
Argentina versus fucking Brazil, bro. It's gonna be a fucking banger.
You think Messi's gonna win?
I hope.
And I say Messi because he's like,
the greatest.
it's like
player of all time.
playing. It's one team versus one guy.
Oh, actually, it's Neymar versus fucking Messi. Is what that is.
Really?
Neymar. It's like the clash of the fucking titans.
Yeah, it's like UFC kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Like they create these fake scenarios. Like
Wait,
you
who
got-
lost their fucking contract? Was it Messi?
Yo,
I
so
don't- I
yeah,
don't
so
follow
crazy.
soccer.
I mean,
I don't follow
know.
soccer.
Continue.
No, dude. I
But-
mean, he never said his soft topic.
But fucking, the biggest sporting contract in the world was like a 4-year contract worth over almost $500 million.
500 million
500 million
for how long?
4-year contract.
4 years.
Yeah, and literally that's just for playing. Nothing else. No like endorsements. Messi.
God damn. Damn, is he the most played
The highest paid athlete in the world right now. Yeah.
That's 125 million.
a year?
Yeah.
A year. That
Yeah.
I mean, with okay, so that's just for playing, right?
Just-
so think about sponsorships. Think about games. Think about
Also, like his image is included with the contract, so they can like.
okay, but yeah, but there's other shit too.
Yeah.
Like
That's still a lot of shit.
he for sure within a 10-year period, he's a billionaire. Oh,
So-
you know, you got I don't know what the taxes are. In
His
Argentina,
contract
but
just
like,
ran out, and he is currently a free agent. So he's like fucking.
That's crazy. Pay me $1 billion.
Bro, if he gets injured, that's fucked, bro. Like,
fuck him.
They'll still
Fuck him, dude. Like you get
He
paid
could
that much.
retire
Fuck
any
you.
day. Like,
Fuck you. Like I don't have
Still,
any fucking
though,
sympathy
like-
for you. You got fucking more money than
yeah, but
the
think
majority
about it.
of the
Like
world.
someone like that who has that much income coming in, and then it just stops.
Okay.
it's gonna fuck him up.
Fuck him. He has
No,
enough money to go.
he has a lifetime contract with Adidas, lifetime contract with Budweiser.
He's not suffering. What? I don't give a fuck about this guy.
I remember Pacquiao fucking lost his contract
Yeah.
with Adidas.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. Is he
Or
still governor?
Adidas or Nike?
It was
I-
Nike.
Is he still the governor somewhere?
I don't know.
Or
No.
whatever the fuck.
Bro, he
Was that
lost
just
that
a-
shit because he said some like
Fucked up shit.
Oh.
some
I think it was
really.
some like homophobic things. I think is what he said.
Oh, yeah. Like I don't have sympathy for these people. Like,
yeah, but he's
you
also
gotta
legally
know.
a god. In
What do you mean
Argentina.
those people?
For fucking overpaid fucking like rich athletes? You literally play a fucking sport. You don't need to be a
It's not
billion.
easy. So you're telling me you'll go?
I'm just saying.
It's not. It takes like dedication.
You could go
Five-
toe to toe right now with
five-
Pacquiao
Yeah.
and would win.
No.
No,
but
exactly,
I
bro.
would not. But I
It
would
takes
still be. I
skill.
would still come out being one of the most paid fucking Mexicans out there, just because I lost. Just like that one fucking YouTuber that fought fucking Mayweather. Fucking what's his face? Paul fucking whatever. I don't have to. Dude, I could challenge him. As a matter of fact, I'm challenging Mayweather and Pacquiao right now. What's up?
All right, you're gonna lose Mayweather.
Get your ass
You're gonna lose to Pacquiao.
I don't give a fuck if I lose, but I'm betting on like
If you go for
it'll
some
be
cheap
live
shots
on
with
Dudes
Logan
versus
Paul, maybe
everything. Like
All right,
Dude.
next episode, Pacquiao beats us.
beats the living shit out of Perez live.
and you know what? I'll be a fucking millionaire. I don't care. Cause Paul, dude, I think it was like in the multi-millions that he won just for losing. And you don't think it was rigged, bitch?
There was
You know,
no judges.
so-
It was an
Not
exhibition
judged.
match.
Speaking
There was
on
no
that,
judges.
No, there was. It was an exhibition.
it-
match.
It was.
exhibition match.
It was just like I'm gonna beat the
Yeah.
shit
It
out
was
of
a
you until you
friendly fight.
fucking knock out.
Well, they didn't even fight. They just hugged each other the whole time.
There's no
yeah,
points.
I
There's
saw
no
all those
anything.
memes. Yeah.
The fights before were more exciting than the
Yeah.
bear fight, dude.
Yeah, for sure. It usually is.
By the way, speaking on something that I actually fucking know, Logan Paul's fucking card that he was wearing on his neck, the PSA 10 first edition Shadowless Charizard, is worth about $232,000.
Yeah, because of that.
That was a great marketing move for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
it was horrible for the fucking.
No,
market.
because no.
All right,
think
but
about it.
anyway, thank you
Pokemon
guys
is
for
now gonna fucking
listening.
get with him.
Stay tuned for the next episode. Next Thursday, we have a 3-day weekend this week. We might come up with some shit, but we may not. Who knows? We might do another mini-sode. Anyway, we love you guys.
I might do a kickflip.
He might. Good morning.
We
good
might
evening,
kiss.
Good afternoon. And as always,
Oh, see, he didn't say anything about that. See,
good night. I mean, we always do.
4 homies in a room. They might kiss.
Nuh-uh.
All right, thank you guys. Oh, you're not gonna do it this time?
Oh.